Hi you guys, so today we're making these little wrist flowers. I made one in my last makes video and someone had asked me to make one, so I thought I would come on here and just do a quick tutorial on it. I started out thinking that I would like to do it with this and this and this. I'm thinking I would really like to see what it looks like with this Sirdar jewel spun. But I'm going to go ahead and use something that is a plain color so that you can see what I'm doing. I started out trying to make it with this because I thought it'd be super cool looking, but I realized this is kind of difficult for you to see with all these little flecks in it. You can make it with whatever tweed really cool yarn that you like or dark colors, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this like bright orange so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. And this yarn is Softly Baby. This yarn is Snowflake, this tweedy yarn, and I really like it, but I think that for instructional purposes, I should just go with a plain yarn just so you can see it a little bit better. I'm using a size H hook. I did make this super giant one, which is super cute. And you can put these, like you can tie these on a basket, you can tie them on your bag. You can put them on your overalls, around your wrist. You can put them wherever you like, you know, when you just want to wear like a little pop of color flower. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and get that one out of the way. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the size H hook. I'm going to make a slip knot and then do chain 4. You can also do a magic loop if you like to do that, if you prefer that, or there is instructions on YouTube for doing a magic loop. I'm going to chain 4. I'm going to go ahead into that first chain and then pull it through to form a ring. So there's a little ring right there. Not sure if you can see that. And then go ahead and chain 2. And that will count as our first double crochet. I'm going to go ahead and yarn over into the loop and then pull through 2, which is a double crochet. So I've got 3 on there now. I'm going to do 10 total. And that's including that first chain 2. I'm going to count that as one of mine. So I will catch back up with you when I get to the 10 double crochets. I'll speed it up. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the top of the original chain 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch to join. And then you can actually take your back tail and just pull it to tighten it up to make your little double crochet circle. Okay, so now what I'm going to go ahead and do is chain 2. And then in the top of each one of these double crochets, I'm going to do 2 double crochets. So in the top of the stitch right here, I'm going to put my hook in there and do 2 double crochets. And so this is just how you would make like a flat circle. Just do 2 double crochets. So here's the next one, the top, which is right here. This one is the top of the next one. But we're going to just put 2 double crochets in each top of the first round double crochet. So it looks like that. So there's the double crochet and I've put 2 double crochets in it. I will catch back up with you when I get to the end of this round. Okay, and so when I'm at the end, I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch into the top of that first chain 2. Okay, and so there's our little circle. Now I'm going to go ahead and chain 3. And then I'm going to skip the next top of the next double crochet and do a single crochet in the top of that, and then chain 3. And then skip the next top of the next double crochet and then single crochet in that, chain 3. And then skip the next one and do a single crochet, and then I'll catch back up with you when we get to the end of this round. Okay, so we're at the end. I'm going to skip this one. I'm going to go into this one and I'm going to slip stitch to join, just like that. So I've got like a little chain 3 space at the top of every other stitch. It's kind of like a little circle. Then in the next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to yarn over, and then I'm going to put 5 stitches in this chain 3 space right here. The first one being a double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Then I'm going to yarn over twice and do a treble crochet, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Then yarn over 3 times and do a double treble, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2, yarn over, and then do a treble again. So I'm kind of going up. So I do double crochet, double treble crochet, then going back down the other side. So I'm making kind of like a little mountain, right? And then I'm going to do my treble crochet and then a double crochet. Yarn over, and we're doing our double crochet. So it looks like that. So it looks like a little petal. All right, so I'm just going to go around in the top of each one of these and do that same little petal. So I'm going to go ahead and do a double crochet. We'll do the next one together, and then yarn over twice and then do a treble crochet. Then yarn over 3 times and do a double treble, pulling through 2, pulling through 2, pulling through 2 4 times. That's our double treble. And then yarn over twice, do a treble, and then yarn over once, do a double. Okay, so I'm just going to go around this whole thing doing the 5 stitches in there. So I'm doing the double crochet, the treble crochet, the double treble, the treble, and then the double crochet. So I'm just going to go ahead and make like that little 5-stitch bundle in each one of these little chain 3 spaces, and I'll catch up with you when I get done at the other side. I'll speed this up. Okay, so we've done our last little set of 5 double crochet, treble crochet, double treble, treble, and then double crochet. And then I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch in the beginning of that first double crochet just to join it in the round. All right, and then the next thing that I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and cut this and then just slip the yarn through it and tie it off, just so I can start in the next spot that I want to start in. Okay, so now we've got our base to our flower. I'm going to go ahead and make another slip knot and then attach the yarn to the back of this. I'm going to go around these little, see there's these little posts kind of in between each one of these little petals, and I'm going to go ahead to the back and I'm going to go underneath the post just like that, and I'm going to attach the yarn. I'm going to do chain 4, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach to the next post just that same way, and then chain 4, and then attach to the next post, and then chain 4, attach to the next post, and then I'll catch back up with you when I get to the end. Okay, so I have met up with my beginning little chain 4, and then in each one of these I'm going to create another petal just like we did before. I'm going to go ahead and do a double crochet. I'm going to do a treble crochet. And in this one I'm going to do 2 of the tallest ones, the double trebles in the middle. So it's going to have 6 because this is like the big back petal. Okay, so it looks like this. it has got 6 in it now. So it's got a double crochet, a treble crochet, 2 double trebles in the middle, a treble, and then another double. So we're just going to continue on doing that. Double, treble, double treble, double treble again, treble, and a double. All right, so that we have these larger petals in the back. All right, I will catch back up with you when I get done with this round. Okay, so in the very last one, I did the 6 stitches in that chain 4 space, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to the top of the first double crochet and then slip stitch to join. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut that off and slip that through. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just weave in this end and this end and this end so I can get some of these ends out of the way so that it will be easier. I will be right back once I've woven in those ends. Okay, I'm back and I've woven in all my ends. I'm going to go ahead and do another set of the little petals on the inside. And on this one, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and join it on these little posts right here. And then do a chain 3. And then join it on this post, chain 3, and then on the next post, chain 3, and I'll meet back up with you when I am done. All right. So I have my little chain 3 spaces right here. I'm going to go ahead and put a petal in those. I'm going to do a double crochet. And then I'm going to do a treble crochet. And then I'm going to do 1 double treble. And then another treble. And then a double. We'll do that one more time. Double crochet, treble crochet, double treble, treble, and double. All right, I'll meet back up with you when I get done with this little round. Okay, and then at the end of the last petal, we're just going to slip stitch to join in the first double crochet. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this and slip it through and pull it taut. All right, so our flower is really taking shape now. It's getting puffy. And so, of course, if you wanted a smaller flower, you could use thinner yarn and a smaller hook. So this flower is turning out to be smaller than the big giant one, but a little bit bigger than this one. I'm going to go ahead and do one more little set of petals on the inside. And I'm going to use this other color. So I'm going to go ahead, little tweed yarn, which is the snowflake yarn from Ice. And I'm going to go ahead and do it around these posts that are inside of here. I'm going to do 1, 2, and then go to the next one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 chains, 2, so if you can't see, I'm just doing it around, see this little tail's in the way. Just doing it around these little posts that are inside of here. 2 chains, then to the next one. Okay, and now we've met back up with the first one. All right, so we have just a tiny little round right in the center with chain 2s in it. We're going to put 3 stitches in each one of these to make like a little petal. I'm going to go ahead and do a double crochet, and then I'm going to do a treble crochet, and then another double crochet in that same little chain 2 space, and then a double crochet, a treble crochet, and then another double crochet. And I'll meet back up with you when I'm done. I'm going to take a second to go ahead and weave in these other ends so they don't get in my way. All right, I will catch back up with you when I'm done. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and join to the top of this stitch. The first double crochet. Okay, and there's our flower. I'm going to go ahead and weave in the ends on it. Look how cute it turned out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make the band now to add it to our wrist. I'm going to go ahead and take the green. I'm going to go ahead and chain 5. And then I'm going to chain 2 more to count as our first double crochet. I'm going to go ahead and do a double crochet into the 3rd chain from the hook. And then I'm going to do another double crochet in the next one. And another double crochet in the next one. Another double crochet in the last 2. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets, and then plus that chain 2 on the end. And you can do however wide you'd like it. I'm going to go ahead and chain 2. I'm going to double crochet in the top of each one of the double crochets, including this first one. So it looks like this. It looks like I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 2, turn my work, and then double crochet into the top of this one right here, this first one, and then every other one. So I'll end up with 6 on each one, but you can do 4 or 5 or however many you want to do on each one, whatever you like. And then chain 2, and then continue to make it as long as you'd like. I will catch back up with you when I've made mine as long as I like. I'm just making sure that I stick with the same number of stitches across on each one. It's not going down to 4 or 5 or whatever. It's going to be 6 on each one, because I have a little bit chunkier of a flower. So I put a little bit chunkier of a little band for that. Okay, so I'm back and I've made it the length that I like. I just thought I would show you in case you needed to know like what length I made mine. Mine is like 12.5 inches. And then that's just for the larger one. And it goes across, I mean, I did 6 stitches with a size H crochet hook. It's 1.5 inches wide, approximately, a little bit more. This one is like a smaller flower. This was still worsted weight yarn. I just used a smaller hook. This one is about 1 inch across, and this one has 5 stitches instead of, this one has 6 across. And then this one, the length of it is still the same, like 12.5. This one as well is like 12.5, the same length. These flowers, just in case you were curious, are about 4 inches across. This one is a big Mama Jamma. She is 5 inches across. This is a little guy, 3 inches across. So, I mean, just for reference, you can do whatever size yours turns out. It doesn't have to be a certain size. And then the length can be as long as you need it to tie around your wrist, or you can put a button or a snap on it. I'm going to go ahead, and the last thing that I need to do is go ahead and put it onto the wristband. And I'm going to go ahead and just get my needle out. I'm going to sew it on. And I'm just using the green. I used the green that I used to make the wristband to sew it on. And I just went in here like this. Just left the tail. Tie that, and I'll weave it in later. This is what I did on the other one. You can, of course, do it however you like. And then I just kind of whip stitched along the side of the flower. Oops. In the back. And then I kind of went through the little band, and then I whip stitched along this side. Okay. And I'm just gonna tie this in a little knot, but you don't have, I mean, however you want to attach yours is definitely up to you. I'm gonna weave in my ends. All right, there's how she looks. She's all done. Oh my gosh, she's really cute. She looks like a kind of like a pumpkin spice flower. Oh my gosh, she kind of reminds me of like summer, fall kind of colors. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I love her. Oh. Okay, so you have to make one next. So you could do whatever color you like, right? Purple, this. You could do a whole giant tweed flower. That's what this one was. You could do this Serdar jewel spun colorway that I was thinking that would be really cool for like fall. Oh, anyway. So I hope you make one. You're gonna have a lot of fun, like putting them on your wrist, putting them on your bag, putting them on your backpack, on your basket, if you carry a basket around. I just thought it'd be super cute. All right, you guys, I'll catch you next time. Thank you. Bye.